Okay, TIs, it is May 31st. I just want to make sure. May 31st, 2023. May 31st. I want to talk about several things. I already made this video once, but for some reason I can't get it uploaded to YouTube. So I'm going to talk about it again. So, this is just going to be a random video of different things I'm going to talk about. So, I'm going to talk about the program a little bit. So basically, there's a base program. And I haven't heard anybody else say this. I'm the only one that's ever said this. I've listened to a lot of the calls, the programs where you call in, that's online, different people run. I've listened to other TIs, thousands of videos. Nobody else has ever said this. So I'm just putting this out there. As soon as I say it, somebody else will say it on their channel and not give me the credit for it. But I'm going to say it. There is a base program. Everybody gets the base program. If you're not getting the base program, then you're not a TI. So the base program is the color coordinations. These are all triggers. Color coordinations, whether it's cars or clothes. The noise, campaigns and noise harassment. The stalking and following you. Those are the base programs. That's the base program. Sometimes it can be the synchronicity of other people coming out of their homes, or going to the trash at the same time as you. Some of the other base program things are they will look through your trash all the time. They did that to me. They do that to me. Trying to get your DNA, and just to see what you're buying and eating, so that way they can make commercials on the TV or on your radio in your car that relate, so they can get information about you. That's why they look through your trash. That's the base program. Everybody gets that. Everybody that's a TI gets that. If you're not getting that, then you're not a TI. That's the base program. And then they study you. They do a profile on you. It's like law enforcement does. That's one of the tactics they use on people, is they do a profile. So what they do is they do a profile on you and then find out who you're talking to, what friends and family you have, what your likes and dislikes are, who you're talking to on the phone regularly, where are you frequently going, what stores you shop at. It's just based on an overall program. It's a data collecting to find out how they can use any of that against you. What you're saying on your phone calls, they listen in so they can collect that information and use it against you. So everything you say to your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, your friend on the phone, they use it against you. They use that information against you. That's one of the things that they're doing. Everything that they do, at first I thought to myself that they're childish and a lot of the stuff they do is childish. No, they're not childish. The stuff that they do is all a well-oiled machine. Because that's another play on your thinking. Because if you think that something is childish, then you're not going to give it too much thought. You're not going to give it too much thought. You're going to give it, you're going to not be scared or not worry about them as much. I'm not saying to be scared, but what I am saying is don't ever, while you don't want to get emotional because that's what they want. The more emotional you are, the more disheveled and unstable you look. But with the same token, you want to understand the program and understand that this program is not anything childish, and it's not a game. So never let your guard down, which is hard to do because this is a trauma-based program, so it's hard to do. Also, too, you can get put in the program for, and let me go back to the reasons. So they study you and find out what your personality is like, and then they tailor the program, the second part of the program, to your personality. So for instance, me, I get extreme break-ins, like extreme. Like a lot of TIs get that, and they get stuff moved around in their house, and maybe one or two little things are taken, but I've had furniture taken out of my house. It's extreme. It's extreme. It's constant break-ins and constant damage. Because how I got in the program is I did not start, I joined a lawsuit with other women for abuse. But there were 20 women or more, and they didn't let any of them go into the lawsuit. They only let 5 of us. And of those 5, I was the only real victim. The rest of them were on his side. So they picked and chose people that weren't real victims, just said they were. So that way he wouldn't get in any trouble. But why they let me in? Now that's the question now, isn't it? Because there were people before me. There were women before our lawsuit. There were women after our lawsuit. There were men after our lawsuit. And nothing's ever been done to him. Nothing. Nothing at all. And yet, I'm the only one that's a TI out of all those people, as far as I know. I am the only one, from what I can tell, I'm the only one that's a TI. Out of all those women and all those people, and there were a lot of them, quite a few of them, I'm the only one that's a TI. I'm the only one that was thrown in there. So it kind of sounds like that I was just thrown in there in the lawsuit just so I could be put in the program. It reeks of a woman's jealousy to me. That's what it reeks of. It reeks of some woman that was jealous of me, because back in the day, I was kind of flashy. I was cute and I was flashy. And no, I didn't sleep around with other people's husbands and boyfriends, but I was flashy. And a lot of women didn't like that from that little town. So there's that. It reeks of jealousy, a woman's jealousy to me. Why I was put in this program. That's what it does to me. And when I called one of the supposed victims up finally, she finally got tired of me and told me, "You weren't liked. That's why you were put in the program." I wasn't liked by who? I had thousands of friends. Maybe they were not the upper class rich people, but I had thousands of friends until I went into this program. They needed something to make me look bad, or else other people would stand up for me. So that's why they threw me in the program. They wanted me to look bad. See, that's what this program's about. It makes you think that you did something wrong. That's the whole clue. It's always an attack on you personally, a personal attack. Because let's get real. I didn't unalive anybody. So why would I be in a program the rest of my life? I mean, there's criminals out there that's killed people and they get off in 10 years and they're out of prison. Why am I in a and you got to think, if this is some kind of retaliation's only a retaliation until they break you down and take everything from you and there's nothing left, and then they say, okay, well, I've done everything. She's learned her lesson. There's nothing else to do to her. Goodbye. But that's not what happened here. So how could it be a retaliation? I mean, if it is, and I feel like it is, but that's what they want you to think. So if it is a retaliation, why isn't it over? Because they've taken everything from me. Everything. They've taken everything. My relationships, my money, my home, basically my life, because these people are really trying to unalive me. Because they're trying to damage my health. Like I mentioned in another video, they came in and spread a bunch of soot, this black powder crap all over and used my fan to do it, and there was caked inch on my fan when I got home. And they also cause a lot of water damage, hoping that it's mold and that I will get sick. These people are trying to hurt me. I wake up with bruises and scratches and all kinds of crap. Burns. These people are trying to hurt me physically. I remember when I was first told about the program at work, the very company that I'm working for now, when I used to go to the office before the COVID. I remember one of the ladies there that's from my hometown that's friends with these people that did this to me said, "Oh, don't worry, they're not going to hurt you." Bullshit. Bullshit. They are hurting me. And anybody involved in this, they know that they're trying to hurt me physically. How can you do something like that? How can you do that to another person? How could you physically hurt somebody? It's one thing to retaliate, and a whole nother level to physically try to hurt somebody and not trying. That's not a lesson. That's stupid. That's psychotic. And why am I the only TI out of the whole program? Why am I the only one that was retaliated out of all those people that filed the same lawsuit against him? I'm the only one that's been retaliated against. No one else has. Just me. Out of all those people, I'm the only one. And there were a lot of them. And I'm the only one that's been retaliated against. Something don't feel right with that. The whole situation don't feel right. So how could that be? Why wouldn't they go after all of them? Not just me, because they all did the same thing to him. So there you go. Something's off with that. Don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So that's why I say they want you to make you think you did something wrong. And they want to make it look like in public that you did something wrong, so nobody will help you. That's the issue there. But anyways, like I said, there's a base program, and then they study you. And I'm just talking about those two parts of it. I know that there is the dues, but I'm not talking about that now. I'm just talking about these two parts of the program. So there you go. That's what I wanted to say. Peace and love.